drive for Hanson.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
that's the other building.
Mhm.
Well, the cleaning crew is supposed to be in their house today, so
Hopefully they do a good job. I know you're kind of picky.
You ready, Lynn?
Yes.
why?
I'm going to call the Board of Public Works meeting to order and begin with the minutes from our last meeting.
Move to approve the minutes of the July 28th meeting.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve the minutes from our last meeting as presented. All those in favor signify by stating aye. Aye. Motion passes. Any amendments today? Hearing none, moving down, no items are old or new business. Department business you do have in your packets. Diana is not here this morning. Moving in Kaylee to her home, I think in North Carolina. She's going to school. So you have that staff report. Any questions based on that I can relay? Okay, then jump into planning department, enforcement division. Michael.
Good morning. You have our permit reports, code enforcement reports. We've been working on some property maintenance violations. We've gotten a couple finished already. I've spoken with a couple potential buyers for 217 4th Street. So it looks like Mr. Hunter wanted to unload that property. Been a couple home builders wanting to put homes on those two parcels, so that would be good. And then the only other piece of business I have is just wanting to go ahead from the board to order demolition on 421 East Washington. It's a property Evan began working on in February. We've been kind of getting a little bit of the runaround. Just he keeps pushing back when it's going to be demolished. So
Steve Netherton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just looking for approval from the board to go ahead and get title work done and then order him to the September 8th meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Yeah, second.
Motion is second to approve a demolition order on
421 East Washington.
421 East Washington. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Thank
Motion
you. That's
passed.
all I got. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. Which property was it on 4th Street you mentioned?
217, the Hunter property. We had
Oh.
done some fines
Yep.
on that previously.
So he's got an interest now in selling it?
I talked to a couple different home builders. So the home sits on two parcels. There's the parcel in the corner and then the parcel the house sits on. Both builders I spoke to want to demolish the home, put a single family on that, and then put a single family on the corner parcel as well.
But then your best knowledge, those conversations have also been had with Mr.
Yes,
Hunter? Okay.
to the best.
That's why I want to verify there weren't plans being made and
Yeah.
unbeknownst to him.
Yeah, they were calling
Okay,
because
good.
they were verifying the information that he gave.
Good. Very good.
So,
Thanks, Michael.
Yep.
Good news.
Yeah, I would. To encourage those conversations, maybe we could offer that if they get sold by X date, we would waive previous fines
Mhm.
to incentivize Mr. Hunter to really get rid of it.
Okay.
But if not, then
Yeah, I
keep the
do.
fines going.
And then circling back again on another question, did you say there's a couple contractors interested?
yeah, I spoke to two.
I only asked that because the RDC is going to accept back the property on West Madison that's on 4th Street, the corner there. So there might be an opportunity if we've got a couple contractors interested that we could actually see a couple new builds on 4th
Yeah.
Street.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
If I
Good.
get a call.
Good deal. Violence at the Board of Works meeting. Moving into municipal services.
Okay.
Dylan.
Starting with the overview, the municipal services department ran regular trash, recycling, yard waste. We regraded the alley behind 440 Poplar after the new alley approach was poured due to standing water. Sprayed weeds and curb lines and sidewalks. All the street signs are in place now. If you guys notice any street signs that are missing, please let me know. But as far as I'm aware, all the street signs have been put up. Trim trees, over the roadways for the school buses. And then the big project we had last month, we crack filled, put rubber mastic down and liquid road on 2 blocks of North Street and 2 blocks of Washington Street. Staffing report, we're fully staffed. Let's see. Move on to budget and financial snapshot. We're on track. Major purchase was the liquid road. I've still got a couple bills coming in, but it's looking like that project ran about $28,000, which isn't too bad. That's just a fraction of what resurfacing those 4 blocks would have been.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the, while we're on that?
Yeah.
They look nice.
Yep.
But what's the anticipated, how,
Longevity.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So what Seal Master, which is the company we went through to do this work, they anticipate that to extend the life of the road 8 to 10 years. So we picked 2 of our more heavily traveled roads
Mhm.
that were within the grade that we need. So anywhere between a 5, 6, and 7 is what we're looking for to put to do this on. And they said it would extend it 8 to 10 years. So we'll just see. Yeah. Yep.
Did that come out of your budget?
It did come out of yes, I took that money out of my budget. It came out of MVH,
Okay.
bituminous line item.
Yeah, okay.
And I think the strategy, just for your knowledge, Ken, as CCMG is about to get a lot more competitive, the state's reducing the dollars allocated towards CCMG. They're taking it from 2 application periods to 1. So it really gives the indication that that's going to get really competitive. So I think traditionally the city has taken the approach that mill and resurface is our road maintenance program. Well, we're going to have to be a lot more focused on the road preventative maintenance side of things, trying to extend the life of these roads to make sure, because mill and resurface is just not going to be
Yeah, okay.
an assumed
Yeah.
grant like it has been
Yeah.
since 2016.
This is more a budget friendly. You're talking, if we were to mill and resurface those 4 blocks, it would be well over $100,000 just to do that. So, moving forward, I'd like to see next year's budget and future budgets. Just not saying we need to do a whole lot of it, but if we could do 4 to 6 blocks a year, we would be able to maintain the roads that we have put a lot of money into. Revenue updates, we had 41 large pickup items totaling $1,435. We had 6 roll-off dumpsters get picked up. Trash, we had 159.83 tons totaling $9,018.64. Recycling, we had 20.56 tons totaling $719.60. Capital projects and maintenance, as you guys know, we have West Street project still going on. We did get that road open prior to school starting. The rest of the work that they had to do, they will do under traffic. There will not be any closing of West Street anymore. They're pouring concrete sidewalks. They should finish pouring those on Wednesday of this week. The concrete crew will have all their stuff moved out Thursday and anticipating paving Friday or Saturday. So that'll be the surface that gets paved. And then the road should be complete. Midwest is doing some grading behind the path today and probably the rest of this week, getting the yards fixed up how they should be. They are going to go through the river rock between the path and the curb is high, so they're going to go through and grade that down where it's level with the path. And we do plan on spraying that with some rock glue to hold it in place, so it's not making a big mess. East Street, they just finished up the water main. They are pressure testing it today. So once the water main pressure tests out fine, they will start on putting storm sewer in. I don't really know a timeline yet on how long the storm sewer will take, but that's the next step on that project. Equipment facility needs. We've had some conversations about acquiring a second one-arm truck and a new rear load truck. So my current rear load truck's 15 years old. It's starting to have some issues. We go over railroad tracks, it loses power. It does come back, but I would assume at some point it's not going to. So I think really we need to look into, and I've provided a couple quotes for you guys, one for a one arm and one for a rear load that I got from Pyramid, which is our current truck. That's where that's from. So let's see. Future planning, like I already said, just plan to continue the liquid road program or some sort of preventative maintenance program. I think that's all I have.
Any questions for Dylan?
Thank you.
I do just want to commend the management of the contract with Midwest. I know that's been probably one of their largest projects, and so there's been a lot of need for us to manage even some change orders on a day-to-day basis. So I think your availability and management of that, and to get the road open by school, took some pressuring from Dylan. So again, as we get into this more consistent management of these contractors, I think that's important. So good job on that.
Thanks.
Moving on to the agenda, and now Tipton Arts Commission. Chad.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Quick update on what the Arts Commission has been up to. Our artist that was contracted for the project over the summer, Landon Caldwell, he has finished his public engagements, wrapped up with some sessions at the Tipton County Farmers Market, just talking with individuals, roping in families and asking them what they'd like to see in the community and their memories about Tipton and all the things that he needs to put together his video. So that's what he's actively working on now, is Tipton's themed short film, animated short film to be shown to the public. We are working on our premiere of that film. That tentatively will be early in October, but we'll put a date out through all the normal channels when we've got that. Our social media, city's been great about sharing everything the Public Art Commission's posts and vice versa, I think. So we'll put that out over social media and any mailing lists we're able to come up with before that gets here. Otherwise, internally, we're working on a public arts master plan. We've had several discussions, pulled a lot of examples from other communities of similar size and scope. The idea for that master plan would be to vision out for the next few years what priority areas would be for the Arts Commission, try and identify what that one project per year would be. We want to keep some momentum. We were able to secure this grant from Indiana Communities early in our tenure to finish this project with Landon. Funding for those projects moving forward, we're going to have to get creative with, obviously. But I think we've had good response from what Landon is doing, and I think once there's a final product, it'll be pretty visible for the city, and there'll be something there to talk about. And so we will continue to be involved in projects as we're brought in. We'll continue to create that master plan, hopefully with the goal of it being not only a vision for what focus areas will be, but to involve or to include some practical information for people hoping to do public art, how the Public Arts Commission can help them do that, what the process might be for getting permits or identifying locations, whatever that might be, so that there's some part of that plan that is useful to someone who wants to do a project, whether it's on city property. I'm happy to answer any questions.
So, your opinion, how did Landon's project go? I mean, did he get more or less participation from the community than he expected? Did he?
I think he got exactly the amount of participation that he expected.
Expected.
So we did this intentionally where we used sessions at Encore
Mhm.
Senior Center, where we paired those with their already existing community lunches and events. And then at the Boys and Girls Club, you got a captive audience, right? So those went very, very well. Public took a moment to kind of wrap their head around what he was asking them to do. And so much of what Landon does is a little abstract. So he's asking people on the street, what's your first memory of a sound you associate with Tipton? And you get what you get from people there.
Yeah.
And that's why I said he tried to rope in families where the kids might be really just happy to answer a question, right? But I think he got exactly what he was expecting, and he was very good about just walking and talking with people, right? And understanding what they were trying to give him and extrapolating from that. But Encore was extremely participatory.
Oh.
I had one session that was truly just about storytelling, memories from their early time with Tipton County. Well, there was no shortage of stories to be told at lunch with Encore, right?
Yeah.
And the kids, he's got young kids, he works with kids every day. So the kids at Boys and Girls Club were extremely helpful. You catch somebody at a farmer's market and ask them to remember the first sound about Tipton County, you get what you get. But it was good. Pigs, or the trucks going down the road or whatever it might be. But he's an artist and I am not, and so I'm sure he pulled more from those conversations than I did.
So it was successful.
I believe so, and I've seen Landon's other work. We will take the opportunity to show some of Landon's other work when we premiere this short video as well. He's done several in this style. Until recently, actually, the soundscape that accompanied the exhibits on the entire top floor of the Indianapolis Museum of Art were all done by Landon. So he's got some experience in this, and we're hoping to partner with the library and to make a very, very abbreviated film festival out of this thing. So looking forward to more details about that.
Very good.
Thank you.
Good, thank you.
Thanks, Chad. My report for this morning, and I'm sure I'll chat about many of these tonight at the council meeting. I've got a couple things written down. First, the public safety building that did go out to bid last Wednesday, so that's officially soliciting bids for that project. Those bids will be due to the clerk treasurer's office the first week. I think it's the first Wednesday in September, and then the meeting that follows, the Board of Works will open those, take those under advisement to select a contractor. Probably faster action for this board. The Safe Streets for All bids are due. There's a grant that we were awarded through the federal government. Those are due this Wednesday, so there'll be some review of those bids as they come in. Some of it will be qualitative, but also driven back to making sure they fit within the budget of the grant dollars. And then this board, I suspect, will take formal action at our next meeting to select who that vendor will be. So you guys will receive a lot more information about that in the coming days. As you know, and Ken, you may remember fondly, we're in budget season. So we're still in the process right now, verifying department budgets. And then we also don't have a clear picture of what revenues are yet. There's been some changes with recent legislation that have thrown some of these things, I would say, a little haywire. So even DLGF is still trying to determine what those revenues are going to be. And I think property tax, it's either property tax or lit. We actually don't find out until mid-August or late August. So we're still working toward getting that picture of what the revenues will and won't be for next year. Last couple things, baseball kickoff meeting, I do believe is scheduled for this week. That's the project team to include Diana from Park Superintendent. We have Holly Melby as representative from the Park Board, Ryan Campbell from Tipton Baseball, who are the primary Tipton representatives. Nate was part of the selection committee for the contractor, so he'll serve on that project team. And then they'll be meeting to get kickoff. And what they're going to do this month is verify the scope to make sure that there's nothing that's changed wildly from the expectations. so that they can start moving this into the construction phase and permitting phase. 2 are just acknowledgments of events that have occurred. National Night Out that we hosted the first Sunday in August went really well. We probably doubled attendance from last year. That was some of the feedback that we were offered from other mayors. And this event, like many other events, takes some time to really generate the crowd. So I would say we doubled attendance this year. A lot of folks were thankful for the free meal, hamburgers and hot dogs that we were serving them. And we had the bounce houses and all the trucks and everything. So that went really well. Weather cooperated for us that night. And then also we capped that off with the first movie in the park, which was really us testing the idea, make sure that set up and even from the projector, the crispness of the image, that went flawless too. So though we were rather rushed trying to end National Night Out and rush over to stand up movie in the park, it went flawlessly. So really excited about doing more of that next year and probably partnering with some local organizations to help us conduct that. And that should be a fantastic addition to our activities in town next year. That wraps it up for my report. If there's nothing else from the board, accept the motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second to adjourn the meeting. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.
Didn't have one. Yeah, it's just me and Holly. They showed up.